In this session, I'm going to talk through how to put together an assessment plan, and I'll give you a template for doing that. For this assignment, feel free to adjust this template around. That's perfectly fine for the assignment. Actually, I would look forward to seeing some of the changes that you might have. And you can see different examples of different assessment plan templates. Just by going on the web, just Googling assessment plan templates, you'll see plenty of different examples. And it's done differently at various colleges and universities. For all of them, you will see the student learning outcome or objective listed here. So now here you'll see for me, I just have listed basically kind of a heading for each one of ours. One of our problems within our department, I'll be completely open with you, is that our outcomes are far too long. You'll see for each of them, they're far too long, far too detailed. This is the result of the politics of doing assessment within a department and everything that people feel need to be included. And so this is something that I would like to adjust within our own department. And you certainly probably saw that in the assessment plan reports that you evaluated in the earlier assignment as well. So here you'd have your student learning outcome, and hopefully yours will be more succinct, and so you could just have the whole outcome right in there. And then your measure of the outcome, a description of that. So an example here, and we've got this knowledge base outcome, and then our primary measure of that is the ETS major field test, a standardized test that's done by ETS Corporation, who also does the GRE, the General Record Exam. And then our population for that, who's going to take this. So our graduating seniors take it. When do they take it, or what course do they take it? So in this example, it's a when. They take it during spring assessment day. For a number of them, if they're embedded assignments, which most of ours are embedded kinds of assessments, these assignments within courses, then we say, hey, what course is that in? And then who's responsible for scoring this? How is this actually going to get done? So in this example, it's ETS scores it for us. And a lot of times that can be a benefit of the standardized measures is at least you have the scoring done. You've got something to work through. In a number of the other ones, it's going to be the focus is on faculty who are teaching the courses go through and score them. And then when do you actually sit down and examine the results? And you'll notice for all of these, it's various department meetings and assessment day listed. So this is pretty bland. It's the same going all the way down, but I like to have this one listed to remind departments that you have to set aside time to discuss the data and to go through the results. What's not on here as well, and maybe it's one that you want to put on your template, is when are you going to make decisions? So we were discussing the results, and the results are examined. When are you going to make decisions about changes? When does that happen? The assumption is here is it's happening in these department meetings as well. But when does that take place, and do you make some, you start looking at the assessment results again to see did the results make a difference? Okay, or I'm sorry, did the changes that you made make a difference in your results? So example here of one, again, you can feel free to do this in different ways for you, and it might look a little different if you're doing one, let's say, for a particular office, or if you're doing one for student life, or you're doing something for a campus ministries type of one. It can look a little different as well. Another thing that I'd like you to spend a little time looking at for this too is curriculum map. So this can be really helpful for departments as they work through. So we work through their outcomes and trying to develop their assessment plan. So you'll see here I've got the outcomes listed up here, or the summaries of the outcomes listed up here, and I've got the courses listed down here. By the way, it wouldn't matter which way you went with that. And then I've got listed here, when is this introduced, when is it reinforced, when is it emphasized. Not all curriculum maps have that, and that's fine if they don't. The bigger thing is, where do you go after these things? Where do these things take place? And what I emphasize for our department as we went through it, it's not just about where do you talk about it, where do you have an assignment that's related to each of these things. So you'll see knowledge base wise, we have it all over the place, in all over in our curriculum. Where there are assignments, and basically, you know, a lot of these are exams that are the assignments that are assessing that. Critical thinking, you'll see, is quite a bit across the board, and assignments related to them. Same thing with reading, writing, and speaking in the discipline. The literacy skills, excuse me, the research skills, and then you'll notice here the interpersonal skills. This is what's beneficial about a curriculum map, to see what's going on for us. You know, I mean, if we say that this is important, but we only have one area in our curriculum, in our required curriculum, where it is that this is actually going to be assessed, that's a problem. You'll see we're fine on the ethical standards for this, and as well for the integration of psychology and Christianity. But this part on the interpersonal skills, what this curriculum map did was force us to have a conversation about that. Where do we need to end up making changes? Do we need to adjust our curriculum based off of this? Or do we say, this really isn't, maybe this isn't as important to us as we think it is. So that's the benefit of a curriculum map. And this assignment, I would like you to go through and do a curriculum map as well for your particular department. If it's an academic department, it's a lot easier to do that. If you're doing something for, let's say, student life, or for campus ministries, or for some type of office, let's take some time and we can talk through what a curriculum map might look like for that as well.